Hey y'all, it's Robin Blue and I'm chilling with the Wave 804. Y'all.
She tried to pay for it all, bring some yak on my plate, garlic noodles and steak, bouncing out the valet with all these
What up, world? It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. It's the only place you can find a wave is the Wave 804. I am so happy to have a queen in the building, Miss Robin Blue.
Hey y'all.
Definitely happy to have her right now. She just have her hands in so many activities. You know what I'm saying? She's a model, she's a dancer, and she's doing so many good things in the Richmond area. So, you know, it had to be dope to have her on the Wave 804 interview blog. So, I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to let the queen go ahead and talk for herself. So, go ahead and do what you got to do, Miss Goofy.
Whatever. Hey y'all, I'm Robin. My real name is India, but nobody knows how to go by Robin Blue. I'm 20, born and raised in Richmond. I got a little accent because I was actually born in Charlottesville, but disregard that. Yeah, I model, I dance, I can draw, I do YouTube. I do it all, honestly, and by myself. So yeah.
Independent. Independent. No, but I want to say again, thank you for doing it in the Wave 804 interview. I know this is your first interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's litty, and that's so litty. And the one thing I always try to make sure that every interview that I do, I want to make sure everybody's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You in a nice setting, good couch, got the little tic-tac-toe on the table. And you know what I'm saying? You got the light there right there, so you know you booming. So the questions I want to get into, I definitely want to talk about to see your work ethic is very tremendous, and I see you doing so much. Every time I be on the page, I see either you're doing something as far as modeling, you're dancing, you got a new YouTube video coming up. Out of those three, or if you can choose, I don't know what everything else that you do, and you say you draw, what out of those various subjects do you think you take seriously the most?
Probably modeling the most, because I feel like I'm the most comfortable at modeling. But then it's like YouTube, that's like my baby, but I be doing it dirty sometimes. Like sometimes I forget to do a video and I'm like, dang, it's been like 2 months since I've done a video. What the heck am I doing? But I love being behind the camera. I love talking. I love taking pictures. So if I could just do both, like if I can combine those, that'd be nice.
I mean, as far as like the videos I have checked out, it's been very funny. Like you like,
the first person to
like
say
I'm just like because it's crazy because like to see you, you know what I'm saying, you be like talking about shit, talking about this whole shit you're going through. I was like, yo, she is very comical. And as far as like the stories I've been hearing when I watch your videos, how are you able to take that and share it with the world? Because a lot of people is not. You know, they can take a picture, but doing a video, you have to really express yourself. You have to talk about it. Like, so how were you able to maintain your character to be able to share it to the people?
Other than praying, I really don't know. Can I say something illegal?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I smoke a lot. That actually helps me a lot because I have ADHD and it's really, really bad. Like it's really bad, but no one would know because I'm always the door is moving and it just
That's
good.
Okay.
Yeah, but I smoke a lot and that actually helps like calm me down and brings everything like together. So my brain isn't just like, hey, I need to do that, I need to do that. I have to text this person, I got to call this person, I got to do this shoot. So yeah, just smoking and praying to God and my friends. They're a lot support system.
Okay. That's what's up. And then also I want to say too, the Wave 804, you know, is an occasional smoker.
Okay.
So it's an occasional smoker, which I do not. I honestly feel like that is the best thing because I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do blacks.
Yeah.
I don't do Newport 100s or Salem Lights or nothing like that. But I do feel like it's a really relaxed turning point. And one thing I really take from any time that I smoke, I feel like I get a legit conversation. You know what I'm saying? You have people who is very honest. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing that I feel like that you get out of the conversation is not only the honesty and the trust or somebody being open, but it's somebody to be able to express themselves,
Right.
you know? And while expressing yourself, do you feel like that when you're in that right state of mind, I'm not gonna say high, but when you're in the right state of mind, what kind of enhance you to think or say better when you're around a group of people or when you're around yourself?
always like that, like rather from in that right state of mind or sober. Like I'm always that one friend that just talks way too deep. My friends are like, oh my God, Andy, that's too much thinking. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I actually when you're high. And they just be weak off that. I'm like, no, like seriously, I'm actually high because that's when most of my friends are most comfortable with talking or just talking about anything. And I'm always asking like my quote unquote high questions. Like I wish I could do a YouTube video on it. But like I ask at least like 4 times a day, just random people like, hey, I have a high question. They're like, what? And it could be like, I don't know, like what do you think the inside of your eardrum looks like? And they be like, what you mean? They just think I'm crazy, but I be like dead ass thinking about that. But yeah, I think even when I'm sober, it's just the way I am, I guess.
You know what's crazy? I think after this interview drop, a lot of fellas gonna be in your DMs. Hey yo, I got that eighth. You know what you doing
they
later?
do that now, and I be like,
oh wow.
I only have like 2 plugs. I don't trust everybody because I have had some like laced weed, and honestly, it wasn't even bad. Like I had a nice trip.
I Nicki Minaj.
A nice trip.
I really smoking them lace blunts.
Yeah, that's me. I actually enjoy it, but it can't like ask a plug, but hey, can you lace my shit? And I'm like, what do you mean?
No, I never had that situation a day of my life.
It'll turn your life.
No.
It will. I promise you it will. Have you done any other drug?
No. I would stick to the weed game. I would roll it by myself. I'm not about to roll this for me. Then he go over there. I got you. Sprinkle. Like I ain't got time for
the definition of whack. Oh wait, this
okay.
whack.
I'll be it's your bent finger. Anyways, your little W's. So as far as it, I want to get onto the dancing part. I see you always dancing. You're dancing here, you're dancing there, you're dancing with your friends. In VCU, you're on the dance team?
Not yet.
No, not yet?
I'm auditioning for it.
Oh, you're
tomorrow,
auditioning? Oh, okay.
actually.
You know what? Good luck on it tomorrow, too.
Thank you.
Good luck on it. Where I see the Black Hills? Oh, the modeling part.
Yeah.
There we go,
Okay,
the modeling
okay.
part. So I see you like with the Black Hills. I'm thinking like you're part of Complex or the Complex.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, you was. What happened? Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we can't get into it, but I feel like, you know, because that's the first thing I ever noticed about you as far as the modeling part.
Yeah.
What about modeling was helping you with your confidence? How to boost it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how were you able to upgrade your sex appeal? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, being in Hills, you gotta be really special because if you walk in there, everybody gonna say timber.
Right.
So, what about that was so significant to you?
It's funny because actually I have like really low self-esteem, and like when I do like runway, it gets like worse. I don't know why. I feel like it should be like a confidence booster, but I actually like, I don't know. I'm like the complete opposite. I think I'm just weird or something. But I don't know. But it's just comfortable. Like the shoes are comfortable. That's probably why I like it the most. But, yeah, it is not a confidence booster. Like I'd be so like insecure about walking by myself or like. The dancing part, I'm fine with it. Like, I can ace those, but it's just to walk in. I think it's just having all the attention on, like, literally just me. It just throws me off.
Oh, man. I think you do a very good job. I mean, I've never been to one of your shows, but as far as, like, the video goes, when you post it, I was like, yo, she really did rock that joint. You know what I'm saying? How you walk with so much. How they say it in the modeling world, so fierce.
Okay.
So fierce. Yeah, they say so fierce. So I was just like, yo, she's like really lit. So, I mean, what do you think the balance come in? Because you say you have insecurities as far as that, and when you get out there, you just go ahead and do it. So where do you find the common ground to actually help you to go out there and do it? Because you did it more than once.
Yeah.
So now you're getting comfortable. So there had to be some type of balance.
Smoking? Or like taking a shot?
Oh, okay, I know. I heard you taking shots before, but
Yeah.
smoking, man.
Literally, I don't know. It's just I'm always stuck in my head when I'm sober. So I just be like in my own world, just thinking about everything, and then I go down this spiral of like, what if and all that stuff. But like when I smoke and then I go on stage, I just feel like I'm like the baddest thing ever.
Okay. All right. So I got that part. So now we've done YouTube, we have did modeling and dancing. What can you say, where have what originated you to start dancing? Was it a music? Was it a type of dance style? Was it a person?
My mom just took me. Well, she knew. Okay, reverse. I was always that one kid that would never pay attention, like ever in school. Like I'm always like doodling.
ADHD?
Yeah, but the doctors didn't know, and neither did my mom. They just thought I was just that weird kid, and so she just took me to some dance class, whatever. And then I still didn't pay attention in dance class. Like I would like play with my like dress or like my hair or something because I had really long hair, so I just played with it and be like do 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 do, and then I'd get home and da da da, and then I think at the age of 7 was when I like went to a different doctor and she was like, you know, she has like ADHD. And my mom was like, what? No, she don't, because you know, parents are so in denial with their kids and stuff. So she didn't believe it. And then around, I want to say like 13 or 14 is when I started taking like the ADHD medicine and stuff, which is like the worst thing ever invented, like ever. Don't recommend it at all. But yeah, just my mom just sticking me in a dance studio because she thought I was, I don't know, she thought I was special, I guess. And I just kept doing it because it, I don't know, keeps me going.
And what age was that?
When I was 2.
2 years old?
Yeah.
You had ADHD since you was 2?
Yeah.
You just needed your ass whooped.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I was the only kid, so I just be, I don't know.
I mean, even though I feel like that was pretty dope that you was placed into something constructive instead of destructive.
Right.
And now since 2 and all the way up to your age now, you really transform into something that's very big, because I see how all you and your sisters get around each other, y'all dance and make up routines, and it really like it brings out the life in y'all. What is something about dancing kind of saved you from turmoil or trials and tribulations?
I have a bad mouth and a bad attitude, so I feel like when I'm dancing, you know, you can't talk while you're dancing. So like, even if I had like the worst day, or if it's a girl dancing next to me that I don't like, if we dance it out, I promise you, after that, everything's just gone. Everything, like, she might hold a grudge, but it's over. Like, we just danced it out, dance your emotions out. Like,
Got you. That's respect. You know, because the reason why I actually asked that question, because a lot of people in this generation, we kind of rush to figure out what can we do, how can we do it, do we need this person, do we need to do this, need to do that. But I think a lot of us nowadays don't know how to calm down or find something that can calm us down.
right.
A lot of things is right in front of us, but we get easily distracted or easily influenced. I know those two are parallel. But I feel like it's very dope that you've been introduced to something since you were 2 years old, and to now that you're able to express yourself through your art. I feel like you gotta just keep doing that and just keep working towards it. If you can elaborate, what trait from drawing, YouTuber, dancer, and modeling, or if you can bring it all 4 of it together, what would probably be the most promising one that you'd be able to use in your future?
Modeling. Yeah, definitely modeling. I feel like I'm kind of cute, so like that's the first thing people see before I even open my mouth. They're like, oh, she actually is like a cool person to talk to, you know, she's funny and da da da. So definitely modeling, and then YouTube, and then dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you got a whole layout of what you're trying to do. That's what's up. As long as you got a game plan.
Yeah, I'm trying. Sometimes it gets a little veered off, but
I mean,
I'm gonna try.
you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Right.
And now that you're at VCU and you at a very big school,
Yeah.
if you can recall, what is a time, well, what is a place in a time where you had to dance in front of a large crowd? How was you able to handle it? Because you know how you say when you go out there, you be like, oh, okay, what I'm gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? But you went out there, you just killed it. Like, you just hit your DMX, like, it's gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, when was that a time to shine for you? You know what I'm saying? In front of a big crowd.
Man, I don't know. I've never danced in like a small event, honestly. So pretty much all of them.
You bougie. Never had a small event.
I mean, like the Psalms event was probably like a freaking church event, and churches are big. So like, that's still big, you know. But like, I feel like that moment right before you go on stage is when everything is just blacked out and it's just you and the stage and like your sisters and brothers and stuff. So I just feel like I can't see nobody out there. And then I go off stage and everybody's like, yeah, you killed that dude. I'm like, what? You was out there? I didn't even know. But, yeah.
That's respect. So I want to get into the. I feel like it's gonna be a very interesting convo because we talked about this early on the way here. Relationships, boyfriends, guys, stuff like that. For what you do, I know there comes a lot of attention, a lot of approaching DMs nowadays. It's the new like chat room. How are you able to go through that and still able to maintain your art and still be able to work? Because I know for a lot of people, if you have something going on for yourself, there's going to be a lot of, yo, what's good, or hey, what's up, or yo, let me get a holler real quick beat. I don't know if they come at you like that, but how are you able to handle that? Because I know that you have a lot of stuff going on and it's going to be every like minute coming at you every time you post something or you put up a video. So how are you able to maintain that?
Honestly, I really don't know. Like, I never really go after the guy that's going after me because I feel like that's like literally every guy. Like, not to boost myself, but like it's literally every guy. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what y'all can do for me, but y'all see me. I literally put myself out there probably like every day, like all ranges of India and Robin, like all that nonsense. But I'm that girl that shoots her shot, honestly. Like, if I see a guy that's cute, I'm like, hey, you're mad attractive. Like, are you single? And they're like, me? I'm like, yeah, like, you. Like, I want you. So, like, what's good? Like, what are we doing? And guys be, like, so thrown off. Because I always go after the guy that's, like, so the complete opposite. And it's not even by, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know they're the opposite. So, like, we go, like, hang out. And I'm like, oh, you're really quiet. And they be mad because I'm always out. And I'm like, you're one of those guys. So, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
So basically, what you're saying, your preference is more of a quiet guy.
No, I don't like quiet guys.
Oh, you
that's
like
the
hood?
thing.
You like hood buggers?
No, I don't like hood things. I like guys who about their business. You know, so like I don't know, have something going for themselves, not just cooped up under me trying to see what I'm doing and stuff. But I also am clinky, so I be liking attention. So, like, it's kind of like a...
tit for tat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Clingy, though?
Yeah. I know. It's gross. I hate it so much. I really do. But I don't know. Maybe
it might have to be the right type of guy who's able to hold that. And as far as what you're doing, I might be able to help the fellas right now because they probably gonna look at this joint and be like, yo, bro, good looking. Like, I've been trying to see how I get her right now. Let me see what's up. But as far as you say you don't chase. No, correct. Let me correct it. You don't like guys who chase you. No.
Well,
depending on who it is. No?
It's confusing.
It's confusing?
Yeah. Like, I don't like the guys that's so pressed.
So pressed?
Yeah. Like, I like the guy that like a picture and then he won't DM me. I'm like, what?
Really?
No guy does that. So I'll go in this picture. I'm like, oh, he's kind of cute. So I'll play the Instagram game. I like your picture, you like my picture. And I usually DM the guy first. I don't know why. I need to stop doing that. But
hey, fellas, if this worked for you, this be like, yo, Jeff, good looking, bro.
Whatever.
Good looking, bro. Nah, it's only because the reason why I asked that is I see in 2018 I've met and seen so many people who either model as a public figure, who just do a lot that's in the city of Richmond, and I see a lot of people that work so hard, but the one common thing that everybody is single. You know what I'm saying? So I try to ask, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong being in a relationship, but the responses I get back from them is a lot of people don't see what you see.
Yeah.
So you don't really have time to be able to like, hey, yo, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you that.
Right.
And the people who I have seen in a relationship, they struggle because they end up butting heads because they're so. It's true. Be selfish. That person's selfish because they got something what they want to do.
Right.
But at the same time, can you knock that person? Because there's a lot of people out here that's not doing nothing,
Right.
and they can enjoy their relationship because they have. If you're in a relationship, that is a job.
Yeah, I know.
You really have to be into that person. You gotta be on time. You gotta clock in. There's no such thing as clocking out. You gotta know what to say, know what to do.
Right.
It's very hard, but a lot of people always be single. And I know I gave my opinion about it, but what is your opinion as far as a lot of people's entrepreneurs, public figures, artists, so on and so forth that has a real big title? It's single. No, you're good. It's single.
I feel like you can't be out there being like a public figure being single. I don't think it's possible because I feel like you always need that one person right beside you, like motivating you, because you have all these people motivating you, but they also want to see you go down and stuff. So if you have that one partner beside you, like, hey, you got it, like, even on your bad days, like, you got it, we can work on it, I feel like everyone needs that, like, not even like a boyfriend or girlfriend, but even just like a close friend or something.
I feel it. You definitely need a support system, and I feel like as a guy and a female, there's so much things that you can take in. Like you can be like, yo, I think you need to do this, or I think you need to do that. Niggas be like, bro, you good, bro? You doing what you doing? But 9 times out of 10,
no,
it hurts you. Like, nah, no, you man back in your mind, nah, I want to do this better.
Right.
You know, I feel like if nowadays, if we can be able to switch up the climate, because everybody is so infested of having a relationship. Like, I do not understand it. Like, why we just don't take that time and grow within ourselves and then be able to give ourselves to somebody else? Because in our generation, it's like, what, 18 to them, they're 25 that's looking for somebody. But everybody I see that's over 30 is giving advice like, nah, do this. You have so much life to live. You grow. Or somebody's really tapping into what you're doing. Like, yo, you doing this. You need to keep doing this. Because if you keep doing this with this person, it's not about you no more. It's you and this person.
Exactly.
So it's very challenging. But at the same time, if you're able to finesse it, then cool. But it's hard. It's hard. And then in the process, you don't want to hurt the significant other. So, yeah. I hope you ain't tearing up.
No.
You a thug. You better be a thug.
I'm not a thug. I am a crybaby though.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't need that on here.
I ain't gonna cry.
Wang. Little baby. It's cool. So is there anything that you can give to any other female chasing their dream or went through the same steps that you went through? Because I know it's been a lot. It's been a long road here and you got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can give to somebody?
Keep your head up, honestly. That's simple as it can get. Just keep your head up. Keep it pushing. You're going to have, like, you know, it's a light at the tunnel. I forgot the Bible verse. With, like, tunnel, you know, you go through the storm. Then you have your rainbow at the end. Just keep on going.
I respect that. Ladies, and just keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing. It's a lot of other females that go through the similar situations, but at the same time, figure out how you can do better. And I'm just saying this, I'm not talking about none of my dogs. I'm a man at the end of the day, but you do not need a nigga to bring out the best in you.
Exactly.
I really feel like that it really comes with time and progression. Because at the end of the day, you putting yourself in somebody else's hands, you gotta deal with somebody else's.
Exactly.
Because energy is real, positive and negative. You can go up or you can go down. You know what I'm saying? You can't go either one or two. But can you let everybody know where they can find you at on Instagram, your YouTube, everything?
My Instagram, is _RobinBlue, spelled the normal way, not no ghetto stuff. My YouTube is IndyBindy, IndyBindy. My Twitter is the same as my Instagram. Yeah, be on the lookout because I got merchandise coming out, y'all, which I don't know that yet. So, yeah.
I mean, you just said it. I don't know why you
like,
gotta put the fingers in the mouth.
Because it's low key, but it's high key coming. So,
I got you. But I want to say to you, from friend to friend, I want you to keep working, keep grinding. A support system is always here whenever you need me. For what you come from to where you are now is a very big difference, and I'm so proud of you. So just keep working. You so damn fake. Anyway, alright, stop. That shit come off your eye.
Okay, you right.
Nah, but for real, like keep working. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that you're a very impactful person. So just keep doing what you're doing. And you lit. So shout out to my homegirl Robin. Make sure you follow her on every social media site. Follow her page. That's where you can get everything from Instagram. It's a dope interview. And she over here, like she pretty glad this interview is over, low key. Yeah, she was nervous the whole time.
Yeah.
But make sure you comment and subscribe onto the Wave 804. Get feedback so I can be able to grow. If you want to check out other interviews, definitely go ahead and look on the page. I have so many interviews. That's over 100 plus. So definitely keep supporting the kid. You know what I'm saying? The work is there. And this is another dope interview. Oh, girl, Robin. Your boy, cool boy Jeff right here. We out, man.
Garlic noodles and steak, bouncing out the valet with all these tats on my face. People looking like, hey, black niggas stay in your place. But it's some shit they gon'